What's up, guys? Paul, Country Strong Outdoors. Coming back with the second part 2 of the review and pattern test of the Brown & Maxus 2 Wicked Wing. Got several different loads we're going to put through the gun today. See how it handles those. Even going to shoot a low brass, low powered dove load. See how it handles that. And number 3s came in, guys. So we're going to shoot the heavy hammer. We're going to shoot the heavy hammer, number 3 from Hevi Shot. We're going to shoot it through it at different ranges and see how it handles that. Y'all stick around. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, those of you who watched part 1 of the Maxus 2 Brown & Wicked Wing that we did, the review and the first part of the patterning, appreciate you watching. After that video, I got several good comments from the video. One guy by the name of Jeffrey Locke pointed out a few things to me that I didn't even know about the gun, and I wanted to share those with you on this video. First of all, if you look at the way the trigger guard's made, and I'll show you a little bit better in a few minutes, but it's made perfect to ramp that bullet, that shell, right up into that magazine. As you're sliding it down that trigger guard, it just ramps right into the magazine, which makes it really easy and quick to load. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you, with this gun put together, taken apart, if you can see this part right here on the gas chamber, slides into a little notch right there. So you line that up, and then you take the barrel and slip it over the magazine, and it goes right in. You can't really, but it goes right in there, and that, when the barrel comes down, it slides that down into that notch. And then the forearm, if you can see it, see that little part that sticks out right there? This is my thumb behind it. Sticks out beyond the back side of the forearm. It goes down into a notch on the other side. And when you snap that in, rock solid. Rock solid, guys. Locks it in place. You don't have any movement of that forearm whatsoever. The gun's very easy to take apart, put back together. And like I said before, that makes it easy to clean. Okay, like I was telling you about that trigger guard. When you're loading that gun, the way that trigger guard is shaped, it just ramps that shell right into that magazine. Very, 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 very easily. It really does, it just ramps it right in there. Which brings the next part in. With it completely unloaded, none in the chamber, the bolt pulled back, none in the magazine. When you load that first shell into that magazine, the bolt grabs it and throws it into play, puts it in battery, puts it in the chamber, and it's ready to go. Show you that again. Unloaded, chamber clear, bolt pulled back, going right down the trigger guard, ramps it right into the magazine, push it in the magazine, and the bolt grabs it and puts it in battery, puts it in the chamber, and she's ready to go. Great feature. I didn't know that, but thanks Jeffrey for pointing those things out so I could include them on this video. And that's some great features that I was glad to find out, and I'm sure you'll be glad to know too, if you didn't already know them. All right, guys, we're fixing to go to the range. We're going to put up targets and we're going to shoot. And then we're going to come back to you and look at the targets and see how they patterned, see how the gun handled it, how it handled all the different shells. We'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, Brown and Maxus 2 Wicked Wing, fixing to put it together, and here's our lineup that we're going to be shooting today. 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch Winchester universal loads for target or dove. Number 8 shot, 1 1/8 ounce load. We've got some Remington hypersonic steel. And that is 12 gauge 3 inch 1700 feet per second. That's a hot load, 1 1/4 ounce load, and number 4s. And we got some Spectra Shot 3 inch 1 1/4 ounce load, number 2 shot, traveling at 1400 feet per second. Never shot this before. They say it's green shot, so we'll see. Then we got for the early teal season and some wood duck shoots, we got the Hevi Teal. It's a 12 gauge 3 inch shell, number 6 shot, 1 1/4 ounce load, 1500 feet per second. Then we got some Kent Fast Steel, 3 inch with 1 1/8 ounce load, number 6 shot, 1560 feet per second. And then the old Hevi Shot Heavy Hammer, 3 inch shell with number 3 shot, 1 1/4 ounce load, boasting 1500 feet per second. That's the loads that we're going to put through it today, guys, and see how it handles them and see how it does. All right, we'll be right back with the gun. We got to put it together. Okay, guys. First shot, Remington hypersonic, number 4s, 3 inch 12 gauge with 1700 feet per second is what it says. Got my ear protection on, I got my eye protection on, and we're going to see how this thing does with this round. Here we go. All right. Next up is the Spectra Steel, number 2 shot, 35 yards with a modified choke too. Here we go, guys. All right, guys, this is the Hevi Teal, number 6 shot, 12 gauge 3 inch load, and a modified. We're at 25 yards. I thought I'd do these teal loads at 25 yards and see how they do. Number 6 Hevi Teal coming down the line. I seen the wad hit the target. Okay, guys, now we've got the Kent Fast Steel. It's in the number 6, and you know, you could use these number 6 loads for early teal season like we do here. We have one in September here in South Carolina, and then also you know, if you're shooting a wood duck pond, you know, a lot of times those wood ducks are quick and on you close and moving fast, and these number 6s will come in here real handy for that too. So we're going to see how this Kent Fast Steel in a number 6, how it patterns in the Brown and Maxus 2 Wicked Wing. Here we go. I believe the wadding knocked a hole in the target. What about that? Okay guys, now we are to my favorite load. These are number 3s and the Heavy Hammer, which is a combo shell with steel and bismuth. And we're fixing to run one of these at 25 yards and see what it looks like with a modified choke tube. And then we'll back up a couple times and see how it does. So here we go, Heavy Hammer, number 3, 25 yards with a modified. At 30 yards with the modified, we're going to see what it'll do. Here we go. Okay guys, we're back here at 40 yards now. 40 yards with a Hevi Shot Heavy Hammer and a number 3 shot. And we're going to stick with the modified at 40 yards and see how it holds up at 40 yards with a modified. Here we go. Okay guys, Heavy Hammer number 3, 3-inch, 12 gauge, 40 yards with I changed out to the full choke. I'm going to see how that full choke handles that number 3 at this range, and just go from there. Alright guys, here we go. Okay guys, I've got the modified back in and I'm back to 25 yards, and now I'm going to be shooting those double overs, those number 8s, Winchester universal loads, that real low brass, low powder target load. I'm going to shoot it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot one time. I'm just going to aim for the center of that paper, and then I'm going to put one in it, and that'll be fully loaded, and I'm gonna drip 3 off pretty quick and just see how well it cycles these real low power loads. Okay, so the first shot, I'm gonna take my time and aim in the middle, and we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll rake 3 out pretty quick just to see how it does. Okay guys, here we go. That was the first shot. Oh yeah. Okay, so this time we're going to see how well it cycles those. We know it'll cycle the high brass. We're going to see how it cycles these low brass loads. Here we go. Well, as you heard, it rocked them out of there without no problem whatsoever. And I'll show you. What these are. These are just a super low brass, real cheap, low power load. And it ate them up. It had no problem cycling through those things one right after the other. Okay guys, Time to look at these targets and see how we did. First of all, this is that Winchester 1200 feet per second, number 8, 2 3/4 inch load. This is the ones, these are the holes and the wads. Basically just like a clay buster wad. And look at that. Of course, that was 25 yards, number 8 shot. And if you'll remember, that's 4 shots on the same target. Okay guys, this is the Remington hypersonic steel, 1700 feet per second, 1 1/4 ounce load. I couldn't find the hole. I did find the wad, kind of an unusual shaped wad. This was at 35 yards, number 4s with a modified choke tube, and you can tell that real good pattern, good coverage all through here, all through the center part, and then all out around. So not bad at all. 35 yards modified, number 4. That would be you could definitely kill ducks with that. That's no problem. Would be a good choice. Okay guys, this is the Spectre steel, Spectre Shot, 1400 feet per second, 1 1/4 ounce load, 35 yards with a modified choke tube. And you can see again there's another real good pattern. A lot of shots in the center area right in here, and then good coverage throughout the paper. So it handled those well also. Okay, moving on. This is the Heavy Teal by Hevi Shot, 1 1/4 ounce load, 1500 feet per second, number 6 shot. There's the hull and the wad, a more typical steel shot wad. And there's the pattern. That's a great, this is 25 yards with a modified, and that's a great pattern. A lot of density all throughout the center of the target, and you would the duck couldn't get through that at all. If you held it in the right place, that duck's going to die right there. So that's a great pattern. Okay guys, this is the Fast Steel by Kent, 1 1/8 ounce load, number 6s, 1560 feet per second. There's the hole and there's the wad. This wad actually hit the target, knocked a hole in it at 25 yards, modified choke tube, and there's a piece of paper that it knocked out of there. So really strong load, and look at this pattern, really nice pattern. A lot of shots on center. I could have been holding a little bit to the left, but I tell you what, that's a great pattern. If between the 2 number 6s right there, I think I really like that Kent Fast Steel. I think that would be my choice for the teal shoot. Okay guys, moving into my most anticipated load, the load that I really so far have enjoyed using and really like. That's the Hevi Shot Heavy Hammer, 3-inch shell, and the number 3 shot. The size is the number 3. 1 1/4 ounce load, 1500 feet per second. This is a combination between steel and bismuth. And I tell you, I want you to look at this pattern at 25 yards. That's modified with a modified choke tube. And just good coverage all through the center right here and all across the paper. Just a real good pattern. I'm very excited about that. Okay guys, still with the Heavy Hammer. We're out to 30 yards now. Modified choke tube. And when I looked at this target, I really felt like I had aimed a little low left, because the bulk of the pattern was down in here, and I really felt like I had aimed low left, and because the center part that I was supposed to be aiming at got some hits in it, no doubt, but it just wasn't all that impressive. So I decided to shoot it again at that range with that modified choke tube, that same shell, and just see what we come up with. Show you what that one turned out like. Okay guys, this one made my heart feel so much better. This is the second shot at 30 yards with the heavy hammer with a modified choke tube. And as you can see, that first one was definitely me. I definitely held low left, because look at the coverage I got. Look at the complete coverage, a bunch of shots in the center, and complete coverage on that paper. That's quite a difference. I'm glad I went ahead and shot it again that second time, because it really a whole lot more impressive when you aim in the right spot. Okay guys, heavy hammer, step back to 40 yards, and still got the modified choke tube in it, and nothing wrong with that right there. A lot of good center coverage, a lot of good coverage throughout the paper. I'm very satisfied with that pattern. That's awesome. So happy with that heavy hammer shell. And that, especially that number 3, man. I tell you what, that is a good load. Heavy hammer number 3. Okay, guys, this is the heavy hammer number 3 with full cylinder choke tube in at 40 yards, and yeah, did just fine. This was my last piece of paper I had with me down at the range, so that first shot I definitely pulled a little left low again, and that's just me. So I went ahead and shot it again, and as you can tell, I got good coverage. I tell you what, I really feel like, you know, if you're 40 yards and in, if your shots are from 40 yards to 20, 25 yards, that modified choke tube and that Brown & Maxus 2 Wicked Wing is the way to go. Okay guys, after looking at those targets, you know, I feel really good. This shotgun did great with every round we put through it. Had no problem with any of them. Patterned them fine. But I really feel good about that Hevi Shot heavy hammer and the number 3. That's what I'll be shooting come November. We've got a mallard hunt coming up on November 23rd, and nothing don't happen. We're going to take you along with us and film that, and we'll show you whether I'm shooting it or whether my buddy's shooting it. We'll show you, and we may take turns shooting it, but we're going to show you how this thing handles in the duck blind also. All right, guys, if you hadn't subscribed to my channel, please do. We got more reviews coming of different things. We got some more videos of those Maxus 2. We'll be seeing how it does out in the field. We got some skeet shooting to do. We got some dove hunts to go on. We got some duck hunts to go on, and we're gonna get a turkey choke tube, and we're gonna run some turkey shot through it. See how it handles and does with that. If you guys like me, if it's out there and we can hunt it legally, I'm gonna hunt. So we're gonna see what this Brown & Maxus Wicked Wing will do from dove to turkeys, and maybe even some deer. All right, guys, y'all stick with us, and y'all stay safe. Stay away from that COVID. See you on the next one. Man, I wish that was my gun. I really do.